What's going on, guys? It's TJ Gibson, and I decided to make this video because I did something. I ran a test and I got a pretty good result from it. So I'm going to show you the same process that I used to turn $5 into 37 leads and 4 sales. Okay, so this is this exact step-by-step process of actually what I did. All right, so what you're going to need is you're going to need a Facebook fan page. If you don't have one, you're going to have to create one. You're going to need lead pages, okay, which is a software that helps you create capture pages. You're going to need a website called woobox.com and an autoresponder, okay, and of course you're going to need your offer. So I'm going to make this as quick as I possibly can. So you want to make sure you stick to the end because this is the exact same process that I used. All right, so as you can see, these are the dates. I did this within 48 hours. These are the sales. I'm really new to this company, okay, so but again, these are just the dates. All right, so go ahead and get started. First, you're going to have to set up your autoresponder. Now, you do have to pay for autoresponders. Okay, Aweber is the one I like. It's only $19 a month, but it's $1 to use it for 30 days. They have a $1 trial offer. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to create and manage list. Okay, and then you're going to hit create list. There's going to be another box that goes right here, and then you'll get to this screen here. So you're going to give it a name. I'm going to name this Facebook Wow. I have all my information in there already. You'll have to enter yours in. Okay, so I'll go to Facebook Wow 1. And then as soon as that reloads, all right. All right, next you're going to want to personalize your information. Okay, for this video, I'm not going to do that, but you can go ahead and do that. And then you're going to want to go to your confirmed opt-in. Okay, you want to take that off. All right, the reason being is you want people who see your offer, okay, you want people who opt in not to have to confirm it with their email address. That actually helps with people who unsubscribe, okay, it gets it more targeted. But for this, I'm not going to do that. All right, so now I'll set that up. Next, I'm going to go to sign up forms. All right, and I'm going to create the actual sign up form where they'll opt in. All right, so since I use the software, I'm going to exit out of this. I'm going to save that. Go next, give it a name. All right, I'm going to save this. All right, and then now I'm done. Hold on, give me just 1 second, guys. All right, sorry I had to pause the video for a second. My kids were coming down the hallway. So, all right, so now you have the autoresponder set up. Now, when you create your sign up form, or I'm actually going to go back a step. Okay, you're going to want to put your offer here. Okay, so when people opt in, it's going to take them straight to your offer. All right, so I have mine here. I'm going to copy and paste this. All right, boom, you want to preview it, make sure it works. All right, you're good. All right, so you save that. All right, you're good. Next, you're going to want to create a capture page. Now, the reason I use lead pages is because there are capture pages that are very high quality and they're already created for you. Okay, so they're ones that actually convert. Okay, other marketers have made them, other people have made them, and it's just a great product to have. It's $37 a month, but as you can see, a lot of the big time marketers use them. And again, it's because they make really great pages. They make really great products. All right, so you're going to go to your opt-in pages, and what you can do is you can actually sort it by conversion, and then it'll put it in order of the ones that convert the best. Okay, for this one, I just use this one. It's just a basic center squeeze page. All right, so, and I mean, this is the headline I did use. Works like crazy. Now, this isn't a course on creating capture pages. This is just what I used. All right, boom. All right, now I'm going to take this off. I'm going to hide that, change this, instant access. All right, right, so now I have my page set up, okay? And again, you can pick whatever headline you want to. I'm just showing you the process that I went through. And then next, you want to integrate your opt-in form. All right. Now, when you first get this product, you're going to have to set that up. Okay. You're going to have to connect your Aweber to your autoresponder to lead pages, but it's really easy. It's step by step. It's not hard at all. Okay. I'm going to have to reload my form since I created a new one. Okay. And then as soon as this loads up, I'll be able to find it. Okay. There you go. Then I'll give this a name. Wow. All right. Publish that. Now that's the URL to my capture page. So if I put this in the address bar, that's what you'll see. You'll get a capture page. All right. And if you were to log into this, it'll take you directly to the offer. Okay. So that's what you want. You want it to take it directly to your offer. All right. And then next, you're going to need Woobox.com. Okay. And so when you go there, you want to make sure that when you create your account, you sign up with your Facebook. That way it'll connect everything together for you. All right. So you're going to want to create a new tab. Go to HTML Fangate. All right. Now this is just some information about my fan page. Okay. That's what you'll see in your description. And again, you might have to set that up as well, but everything is self-explanatory. It's really easy. Now it'll say HTML. People can use this if you know how to create HTML, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just showing you how to connect everything. So you take that URL of your capture page and you enter it here. All right. Same thing here. And then that saves it. Now what this will do is when you have a fan page, it'll create tabs. Okay, these are tabs. And if you click on these, like you'll be able to see, I'll go ahead and refresh this. You'll be able to see if I go back to my static tabs. All right, this is what the tab will look like. Okay, now you can change this image. You can edit this image. Okay, if you would like to for other people, as I did here. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and show you how to do that really quick. You would just go here, you would go to edit, and then you would go to, I believe it's tab settings, and then you can change that. All right. But as you can see, that's what it looks like. And then I go to my tabs, and then there you go. You can see it. So if somebody clicks on that, it'll take them to the capture page that I created. All right. And there's a reason why I did that, and I'll show you in just a second. All right. So now that we have that created, you want to click on the tab. Once you create the tab, click on the tab, and then the URL that you see at the top, you want to copy that. Okay. You want to paste that somewhere, and I'll just paste it here. All right. And then next, you want to create the ad. All right. Now, I like to use the Power Editor when I create my ads. It's really easy to manage all of the ads. That's why some people will just go to create ads. Okay. You can go to your fan page, and then you can create an ad from your fan page. Okay. But for this, I'm going to use the Power Editor. You can only use it in Chrome. Okay. The Google Chrome, it's an application with it. So what you want to do is, if you have Google Chrome, all right, all you do is go to facebook.com/Power Editor, and then you'll be able to download it, and your screen will look just like this. All right. Okay. But again, it's only an application with Chrome, so you have to have Chrome to use it. So if you don't have it, I recommend you getting it. Most people should, but if you don't, you have to get it. All right. So next, we're going to create the ad. So you're going to go to create campaign, and I'm going to name that Facebook Wow. And then you can either go to clicks to website or website conversions. I like to do website conversions because you can track your leads, you can track your sales conversions and things of that nature. All right. So you want to go to website conversions and then click create ad. Okay. Now, again, this isn't a complete course on Facebook ads. This is just the process that I went through. Okay. I mean, this is the exact ad that I used, and I'll show you in just a second. All right. Next, you want to go to your ad sets. All right. Now, what this does is it allows you want to create a new campaign. right, now it's going to pop up there. Now this lets you set a budget for your, for your campaign. All right, so I'm going to choose $5. That's all I chose. All right. And I don't want it to run continuously, so I'm only going to test it for a couple of days. Okay, and that's the reason why I used such a small amount as far as for my ad, because I don't want to put a whole lot of money into an ad that I don't know is going to work. All right. So you run tests to see if it will work. So $5 to $10, sometimes 15, but I like to stay in between 5 and 10. Okay, so now that I have my budget set, now it's time to create the ad. All right, now this is the actual ad that I used. Okay, this is the ad that I used. This is the ad that did it. All right, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another one. Facebook, wow. Site conversions, Facebook, wow. I don't even know where that name came from. Okay, so, all right, so next, you want to pick where you actually want it to go. Now, the reason why I went through all this trouble and didn't create the ad is for this here. Anytime that you create an ad, when it comes to your bidding, okay, Facebook, it costs a certain amount to get your ad shown. Basically, when people click on your ad, it'll cost a certain amount, and you want to get that as cheap as possible. Well, when it comes to offers, a lot of people will create an ad and then have them click on the ad, but it goes somewhere off of Facebook. Okay, well, Facebook will give you cheaper clicks if you actually keep them on Facebook. Okay, so you can stretch the $5 out. Okay, you can stretch your money out. It's a great way to get the most out of your money. All right, so I'm going to create the ad, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to domain, add link to your website. All right, and so what this will do is I'll be able to take the tab that I just created with the capture page on there, copy and paste this into the URL. That way, when they click on it, it'll go back to Facebook, and again, my clicks will be cheaper. All right, now then it's your headline. Now you want to create a headline that's really engaging for people. Okay, you want it to capture people's attention. You only have 3 seconds to capture their attention. All right, so the best way that I found is asking a question that, you know, really makes them curious or makes them feel like they're missing something. All right, or just something that really grabs their attention. So we can do something like, why are you missing this? All right. Now, again, that's a good headline because it's going to make people think, well, you know, like, what am I missing? What, you know, what's the thing that I'm missing out on? All right. And then I'm going to put, since I know my offer, I'm going to put how to make first. If I can type. All right, now one thing that you want to make sure is, as you can see, my my body copy is congruent to my capture page. So how to make your first $20 online within 24 hours, and you can see the same thing here. Okay, the reason why you want to do that is people online, it has to be as smooth as it possibly can be. Okay, you don't have room for any confusion. If they're confused at all, they're most likely going to click off. Okay, and so you have to make it congruent. You have to make it as easy as them as you have to make it as easy on them as possible. Okay, so you want to make your ads congruent. Okay, so I put the same type of thing in my capture page that I did in my ad. Okay, you want to make sure that you keep that congruent. That's really, really important. The more congruent it is, you want to make your ad congruent to your capture page and your capture page congruent to your offer. They all have to sync up into one. Okay, so you want to take whatever you're going to use from your offer. Okay, I like to get my, my information as far as like from my body copy and my capture page from my offer. That way I can make sure it's congruent. All right, now what I did was, a lot of people will use, there's images that you can use like this that'll have like red borders around them. Those do well. Things like beaches and places that people want to be, those are hypnotic. Okay. And those capture people's attention. But what I actually did was whiteboard videos. This is the whiteboard video I have, and whiteboard videos really convert well. Okay, this is something that people like and that people are interested in. As you can see, it has 34 likes. It only has 82 views, but it has 34 likes. Okay, so people like these type of deals. And so what I did was I took a software called Jing, Jing. Okay, and you can search that into Google. It's free. You can download it to your computer. And I just took a picture of it, and I'm gonna save this. All right, and I'm gonna go back over here, and as you can see, I mean, these are the ones I use. I'm gonna click on that, select it, and then this is what your ad is gonna look like. All right, now they won't see this underneath it. They'll just see that the actual ad. All right. Now, the next thing you want to do is your targeting. And again, this isn't, of course, on Facebook ads. I just have to, let that be known. But this is the process that I went through. All right. So when it comes to your ad, you want to pick a location. All right. And you want to, since you have whatever your offer is, I should say, that's what you want to, those are the type of people that you want to target. Okay. So when you pick places, if your offer is in English, you want to pick English speaking countries. So I only like to do Canada and the United Kingdom. That's what worked for me. Okay. Now some people do Australia and New Zealand and Germany. I haven't done that. Now with the age, you want to pick an age of people that actually have money for your offer, that have money to spend. Okay. Some people say 30 and up. Some people say 35 and up. I like to put 25, okay? And then I go 25 to 60. I pick both genders. For the languages, I pick that, UK, boom, there you go. Now the interest, this is the most important part because these are the people that are actually gonna see your ad, okay? And so, as you can see, I'll just show you the ones that I used, okay? These are the ones that I used. All right. Some people think I'm crazy for doing this, but I'm just really transparent. I'm honest. This isn't any, no tricks or nothing up my sleeve. I don't have any magic rabbit to pull out of the hat. This is exactly what I did. All right. So these are the people that I targeted. Okay. Now and I put my reach at 140,000. Somebody who is newer, you want to try to keep it at 100,000. Okay. But the reason why I did that is, I'll go back to this ad. The reason why I did that is because when you're targeting people, you want it to be as targeted as you possibly can. Okay, like, so say if you have a network marketing offer like mine is, okay, you could do Network Marketing Pro. Now, what that does, this basically will connect you with people who have liked this page. Okay, so you do want to make sure that the people that are in who are in this group, in this targeted interest, will actually be a good fit for your audience. Okay. Now the reason why I picked the people that I did, because I figured that, I was in sales. I was an offline sales rep before I started. Okay. I worked for a couple of various companies and I was always the top rep when I was there. But I always wanted to do more. I always had bigger goals and bigger visions than actually what I was doing. Okay, so I figured that if I thought like that, other people would think like that as well. So I started targeting, the sales reps and the sales clerks and stuff like that. I also targeted people from, work at home opportunities. Okay, you just want to target people that will be a good fit, that you think will be a good fit for your offer. And you really want to think about this, like, what are the people in your offer? What might they read? Your target audience. What are they reading? What are they listening to? What type of, videos might they watch? What type of people might they like on Facebook? Okay, things like that. You want to get really deep with that and think who would be a great fit for your offer. Okay. Now, once you get that, I'm just going to use Network Marketing Pro. Okay. And then, then you go to the optimization and pricing. All right. Now, what I like to do is optimize cost per impression. Okay, an impression is how many times someone sees your ad, and it generally goes by 1,000. All right. Now, the reason why I go optimize cost per impression is because Facebook will basically, for lack of a better word, just to make it simple, they'll basically optimize your campaign for you and get it shown the maximum amount of times, and it'll just optimize your campaign for you. All right. And then since you have the optimized conversion pixel, all right, what you want to do is, I'm just going to select one that I have. These are inactive. All right. But I'm going to select this. Okay. Because that's something that you have to do with when you do website conversions. All right. So you go to verify your pixel, and then you can either have someone else do it or you can do it. It's really easy. If you do it, you just click on the HTML code there, go back to your capture page, and then where you go to your tracking. Okay, I'm just gonna paste that in there. All right, and then you go to save. All right, then you go to publish. So then you go here, and then you're going to open it up again. The reason why you have to do that, it has to connect with Facebook for a second. So it might take, it might work the first time. You might have to do it a couple of different times, but you open it up in the browser and you'll just keep doing that until Facebook verifies it. Usually they're pretty fast. Okay. Then once you're done with that, your ad is completely set. Okay. Make sure you have everything the way that you want it, and then you'll hit upload. If you don't have it the way you want it and you accidentally hit upload, it's okay. You can fix it and then hit upload again. Now, sometimes ads don't get approved, so you might have to put a couple of different variations of an ad, okay, for them to get approved, okay. But eventually they will approve them, and then there you go. But that's the exact process that I went through. Again, this is the exact ad that I used, okay. So, boom, there you go. And then I'm going to go back to my Aweber to show you that I actually did get the leads. So I'll go here and go to manage my subscribers. And then there you go. Okay, now there's a couple of more in here, but as you can see, these are all within the last few days. Okay, so I have 76 total. And again, this is just one of my autoresponder accounts. I have a couple of different ones. I only started using this pretty recently, so I don't even know if there's that many leads in here. Yeah, there's only 261. So, but again, that's the exact process that I went through. Okay. Again, those are the sales. So this most definitely does work. Now, I'm not saying that's exactly going to guarantee to work for you, but this is the process that I went through. Okay. And I showed you step by step everything that I did. Okay. Now, again, I can't guarantee anything, but if you go through this process and you begin to test and tweak your offer, okay, you will eventually get conversions and you will eventually get sales. Okay. And that's it for this video. So if you guys have any questions, there's going to be a link below the bottom of this video. Okay. And now what I did was I created all the references. So I basically created a PDF that will have all the references for you that I used, and I have a little bit of information explaining, a little bit more what an autoresponder is, things of that nature. And I also put at the bottom 3 other different ways to get leads really, really fast to your business. They're actually the fastest ways that I've seen to get leads into your business. Okay. And it's really, really detailed, really good information. So you guys should definitely check it out. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys later.